Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with a live segment here today. I've got from ADJ, I've got Jose Heredia here. Jose, thank you for joining me this afternoon.
Thank you for inviting me, John. How are you?
I am great. This is kind of cool. We're going to be going live right now. We're going live to the YouTube world. We're also going live to the Facebook world out there. So this is kind of some cool stuff.
Hello, YouTube, and hello, Facebook.
This is kind of some cool stuff. There we go.
Hello, YouTube, Facebook.
There we go. Yeah. So sorry about that. There's a little bit of bleed back because I just had to get the Facebook chat up. For those of you watching on Facebook, we will have the chat going and be able to answer some questions and such. Hey, there's Frank. Frank, thanks for joining us here today. We'll get into our little segment. One of the things I asked Jose to do, because a lot of us are wanting to get into the wedding season, maybe give our light show just a little bit of a boost. And it's like, Jose, can you find some lights for us that could get us into a couple of new light fixtures that would add some excitement to our shows and not really kind of break the bank? And he's like, hey, I can take care of this for you. So today we're going to have 5 lighting options for under $500 each, or a pair. A pair.
Not just each one light, 2 lights for under $500.
Awesome. This is going to give us 5 different options and different effects. I'm excited. This is we talk about these lights at shows and such, but to actually be thinking about them in our shows and how they work, it's so much different. So I'm excited to see what your thoughts are with this.
Absolutely. And as a matter of fact, some of the lights that I'll be presenting to you are actual lights that I use at my events. And I have some examples of these lights at an event. So I know of what I preach because these are the lights that I use, week in, week out.
Yes, and for those of you wondering, Jose does have a smoking problem. So you'll see that every once in a while.
I wasn't sure if it was going to come out on camera. Yes, we are smoking hot.
It did all of a sudden just...
That's actually one of our other products. It's the ADJ Fog Fury Phase.
Oh, yeah.
That's pumping out little bits of fog here and there. And it's only just to kind of keep it so that when I turn on the lights, you'll be able to see the beams.
Yeah, and that's some of the lights I'm seeing there. I think that's going to be really important to really give that wow factor.
Oh, yeah.
So if you are on Facebook Live watching us right now, thank you for watching first off. If you're on YouTube, unfortunately, I'm not watching the YouTube chat, so I can't bounce out there to get your questions. But if you have questions for us, we would love to field those today because Jose's got more knowledge than you can shake a stick at. Yeah. If we say that, maybe they won't ask.
Just on the stick itself. That's about it.
That's about it. Good stuff. So, Jose, what's our first lighting option now? Because we want to add excitement. What do you got for us?
Okay, so the first light I decided to pick, this is called the Jelly Dome. While I plug it in, I'm going to explain what it is. It's a ball. And what you have in here are 4 colored LEDs. You have a red, green, blue, and a white.
Okay.
That's surrounded by a jelly dome. That's why they call it the Jelly Dome. And why I think this light is really good for wedding DJs, especially a DJ like myself, is that first one, it's small, it's compact. I could put it in a bag, throw it in the car, and I could set one and I should be good. But instead, what I like to do is I like to put 2 in my show. I could even attach these to my speaker stand right underneath the speaker. I could attach it to the pole with an O clamp and be able to provide a nice, good, elegant show for the weddings. And I think that's the biggest point I could throw to you and the viewers at home is you want something elegant for your weddings. You don't want a lot of what we like to call different color lights all over the place. You want to be able to at least give them something nice to look at, but yet give them something exciting. And this is one of our most exciting products that's not new by any means of the imagination. We've had this Jelly Dome for a while, but what I like about it is that it's 2 effects in one. So from the front here, you can see that the Jelly Dome is used to cover the light and attach the lenses to. So you get a glow from the light itself, and on top of that, you get the beams that are protruding out of the lenses. So it's 2 effects in one.
Sure.
And I actually have an example here of this, well, not this particular fixture. There's the descendant of this fixture is the Sunray Tri LED DMX. That's a long name, but it's pretty awesome. So here's, I'm going to share my screen with you and see if you like this. I don't know if you guys can see it.
We're seeing the snowstorm image right now.
Oh,
there we go. Hey,
all right. I'm not sure which picture I'm showing.
you're showing one at showing. Okay, now there we go. Now it's kind of off the screen a little bit. Can you? I don't know if you can move it to the right.
Let's see, like that.
Oh, it's still showing. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it's now it's right between. It's up on the tree, right in the middle there.
Yes. Yes. So this is the Sunray Tri LED DMX, and it's essentially the same thing. The only difference is that it does not have a jelly dome body like the one I have here in the studio. And this is a picture that I took at a recent wedding just last weekend. So you know that I use these lights week in, week out. And alongside of those, that dome-like fixture are two Mega Go-Pars. They're battery-powered LED par cans. So really what I did is ran one power wire to power the dome light, the Sunray Tri LED. And you could essentially do the same thing with your rig here with a Tri LED.
Very nice.
So that is the Jelly Dome by ADJ. It's about a little less than $240 for our MAP price. I'm sure you can get it for a lot cheaper. Definitely under the $500 mark for our list for today.
Jose, now somebody asked if you can have it stay on one color. Is that possible with maybe a remote?
Actually, unfortunately, no. The colors do change. However, you can manually set the speed of the rotation of the dome.
Okay.
So right now, I have it set at auto mode, sound active mode, which you can do when you have your party going on. But I don't know if you can see back here. Turn it around. It has these dip switches.
Yeah.
And these dip switches are used to control the light manually or DMX. So in manual mode, I could set the rotation of the dome. Here I'm going to set it to a very slow rotation. But unfortunately, I cannot control the specific color when it's in this mode. Now, let's say I do want to control the colors. Then in that case, I would plug it into a DMX controller. And once with my DMX controller, not only can I control the color, I can control the speed, the direction of the dome, the strobing, and the dimming.
Nice, nice. So yeah, you can by having two of them, you could have your faster kind of craziness, and then you could have that nice romantic mirror ball effect.
Right. So under here we have two little brackets that you could use to attach a bigger bracket, and that's where you attach your own clamp. And that's how I attach it to my speaker stand, one on each side or on my T-bar, as you saw in the picture earlier.
Very nice.
So for your formal dances, first dance, father-daughter dance, mother-son dance, this is a great light. It has that slow rotating mirror ball effect. And once the party kicks up, all you can do is reach over to the back over here, and now you're back into sound active mode. And you're good to go.
Very nice.
So this one's a lot of fun, very compact, and again, definitely worth less than $500 for a pair.
Great. We've got a wonderful start. For those of us who still like that classic mirror ball feel, I just feel the love.
Good, good. Now, going in that direction, I have another light that I want to share with you guys as well. I'm going to unplug this first before I bring up the next light.
Sure.
And this one is almost in the same realm or category. And it's been one of our hot sellers. This one right here, this big daddy right here, is probably one of the bigger effect lights that we have to share today. And this is the Starburst. And as you can see, it's really brings back memories of, you know, back in the 80s and the 70s of the mirror balls, the disco balls. And this is pretty much a modern take on the disco ball.
Yep.
What you have here is 6 LEDs inside the dome. They're 10-watt LEDs, different colors. We have red, green, blue, white, amber, and purple. And as you can see right away, it goes into sound active mode, rotates, and it throws out these very sharp beams of light all over the room. So the first fixture I showed you is kind of like a half dome. This one's a full sphere that covers a lot of space. And if you're doing a wedding, even one as a centerpiece should be enough. At a recent wedding that I did, I used two.
Right. So now,
as a matter of fact, I have a.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Pull the picture up. Go ahead. Let's take a look at that. And I've got a couple of questions.
So, at this particular wedding, what I did is I attached two Starbursts underneath my speaker stand, and I was able to kind of create this really cool effect, and I was very happy with the outcome. Let me go back here.
Yep.
I lost you here. Where are you? Okay. No, I do not want to sign out. Give me 1 second.
So it looks like that can do a variety of speeds in its rotation.
Correct. Now, in this auto mode, you can see it has several speeds that it will pull from. But ideally, what you want to do is have a manual setting, so you can set it at a very slow speed. And when you have the party going on, you can go ahead and set that at a higher speed once the energy kind of kicks up.
So you mounted these on a horizontal instead of doing a vertical mount.
That's right, and that was on purpose. I wanted to make sure that they were visible, for one, and I had programmed them together along with the lighting on my speaker scrims and my facade, and I choreographed this light show with different settings and different moods, different color combinations, and it really worked well together. The only thing that I learned from this configuration is that my wish that the beams covered the whole room wasn't really fulfilled. If you look, I mean, the beams were all shooting all over the place, but I wanted a horizontal beam to move around the room, and I didn't really get that using this configuration. So in hindsight, I would have preferred to put these on a stand on their own using a special clamp or a special attachment so that they do kind of lie properly with the base on the bottom and the globe on the top rather than on the side. Instead, what I got is a different effect of a swooshing around the room. And it was a good effect, but I learned that, okay, if you do it this way, this is the kind of effect you're going to get, not the true mirror ball effect.
Right.
I don't know if that explains it.
No, it does, because yeah, you would have that going up and around instead of out and about, we'll call it. Weight, somebody asked how heavy is that fixture?
This one's about 7 pounds.
Okay.
It doesn't weigh a lot. I mean, it looks big. I'm trying to get back over here to you guys while I'm talking.
Mm-hmm.
It looks big, but it's not that heavy at all. It's actually a lot of empty space.
Sure.
So that's a good question. We actually weighed it the other day, and it weighed about a good 7 pounds.
Nice. If you guys have got any other questions out there watching us, we've got about 100 people watching on Facebook and such. Post those in the comments on Facebook here on the video, because I'm kind of trying to keep an eye on that here. We are again live on YouTube. If you are on YouTube watching us right now, I don't have the access to that video. I can only, it's there, but I can't get there to check the chat. So please come on over to the Facebook page to check facebook.com/discjockeynews, and that's where we are watching the chat and such. Last question. Two of them we wanted to stay at $500. So where's that going to put us price on that one?
That one's going to get you right at around $500. So I think they're about $240, $250 each one. Of course, these are just our suggested retail price. I'm sure there's dealers out there that are willing to make a deal with you guys. All you got to do is ask. It doesn't hurt to ask. But if you paid full retail, they're looking at about $500.
Okay, nice. Two great options. And
Yeah.
we definitely have that romantic wedding dance possibility with our mirror balls.
Yes. So that's two mirror ball effects back to back. I just wanted to get that out there for you guys.
Oh, you're just a romantic guy. That's why you wanted to bring those out first.
I'm a real romantic. I love weddings. And if you're a wedding DJ and enjoy the weddings, then these two lights are for you because they do give out that romantic, elegant feel.
Nice.
Now, this next light I want to show you guys is our only moving head in the bunch that I've selected for this video, and it's the XS200.
Yes.
As you can see here, this is a really small, compact, portable moving head. And the reason why I chose this is because A, it fit the category of being under $500 if you buy a pair. And two, not all DJs are going to do weddings. They're going to do school dances. They're going to do bar and bat mitzvahs, sweet 16s. And this is a light more geared towards that demographic.
Yeah.
It's two beams shooting out of the head at the same time, which you can control the colors and the movement. And it's really quite an astonishing view. I'm going to take it out of DMX mode and show you some of the cool things it can do. There we go. Sound active on. Ooh. So it has a continuous 360-degree movement on the tilt, but on the pan, there is a definite cutoff for the pan when you move it left and right.
Right.
But on the tilt, you can move this guy all over the place forever if you wanted to. For those of you who like to control it, it does come with DMX input and output.
Nice.
You could chain this guy with other fixtures as well via power IEC inputs and outputs. And as you can see, it's really an eye-catching effect, especially if you know how to place these. I mean, you can put these vertical, horizontal, upside down, on a tree, on the floor. If you wanted to do that, you can put these on the floor, and they'll still give off plenty of light to go around. What's
the wattage on the LEDs in that one?
The wattage, I believe.
I don't remember either.
Checking here just to make sure. That is 10-watt LEDs inside. So that's two 10-watt 4-in-1 RGB-W LEDs. So if you like beam fixtures, but you can't afford the big price tag of a beam fixture, this is the next best thing for about $240. You could probably take this one home. And as we're talking about doubles, again, you don't want to be left out. You want to get multiples of 2 or 4.
Exactly.
And this would be in addition to that.
What I kind of like about that fixture is you can control the speed. You can do some different things. Sound active. Somebody asked about that. Yes, it runs sound active. But I kind of like the ability.
As a matter of fact, yeah, you're right. All of the fixtures here are sound active and can run auto shows. And as a wedding DJ, sometimes I don't have time to set up DMX, or I just want to throw them up real quick. So all of these fixtures fall into that category. However, sometimes I have a wedding and I really want to control the lighting, and especially if I'm doing something special, say a first dance or a father-daughter dance, or even a pin spot.
Yeah.
If you use it correctly, you could definitely use it in DMX mode and be able to do some cool pin spotting.
Yeah, very much so.
So that's the XX200. Now, just on a side note, this fixture has brothers and sisters. It has 2 other fixtures that are in the same family. There's the XS400 and the XS600. And the numbers correspond to how many heads each fixture has. So this one has 2 heads, the 400 has 4, the 600 has 6.
Okay. Just checking to see here. If our Facebook stream just went down.
Oh no! Come back, Fakebook.
Yeah.
Oh no! Come back, Fakebook.
Yeah, we are back.
Oh no!
We are good. And now we're getting a loop of your oh no. So it must have repaired itself.
Oh, that's good.
That's funny. Oh, alrighty. And again, this is part of doing a live show. This is happening right now. and sometimes internet doesn't love us.
Yeah, sometimes it cooperates. Most of the time it cooperates, but sometimes it doesn't.
It doesn't. And yeah, Jose and I've done a little bit of video on our different projects to know that when you really wanted to, it won't. Yes. So great. We've got 3 options we get something for slow dance and for fast dance, and then this can add some excitement and moving head to our shows. We're doing well.
Yes, so far so good. Just to recap, we have the Jelly Dome, the Starburst, and this one is the XS200. And if you like, I can move on to the next one.
Let's do it. We've got our connection back, and people are watching the show.
Cool. Again, it's kind of reminiscent of a cooking show here that I have going on. So this is pretty exciting. I've never done this like before.
Yeah, this could be a cooking with Jose. We could be doing, and instead of talking food, we're talking lights. We could get aprons.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, couldn't you just see a DJ convention where everyone's walking around with a cooking with Jose apron and it's all covered with DJ lights? How awesome.
That would be cool.
That would be pretty cool.
So our next ingredient to add to our DJ pie, if you will,
our
is
smorgasbord.
Stinger 2. So the Stinger 2 is a 3-in-1 effect light fixture. As you can see, it already started right away. It's in sound active mode right now. And what you have is 3 effects in one. The first effect is kind of like a moonflower effect inside this lenses. And it has 6 different colors: red, green, white, amber, and purple. And it in on itself is a really cool effect. It shoots out thousands of light beams all over the room. It has a pretty good coverage. And moving on from that effect, we have the 5 milliwatt red and green laser coming from the right in the smack dab of the middle of the fixture. And that one comes on here and there when you have it on sound active.
Yep.
The next effect we have is the strobe lights that are located all around the face of it. They are 3-watt UV strobe lights. Those are pretty fun because if you do a lot of teen dances, school dances, or UV style dances, 80s neon parties and stuff, this light will definitely come in handy. In of itself, on an autopilot or auto mode, it works great. But my preference, I probably run it on a DMX. And not only can I use these strobes as a strobe light, but I could leave them on as a wash, as a UV wash. So that's actually 4 effects in one. A wash, UV wash light, UV strobe light, the moonflower effect, and the laser. So it's really versatile type of light. With one should be plenty of light show for a really small mobile rig. But if you add 2, then now we're talking about a full-size gymnasium-style rig.
And if we combine those now, like say have 2 of them, we can run those master and slave?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So you don't have to run DMX if you have 2. You could simply plug in a DMX cable in the back, run it to the second unit, and they should run in tandem. So whatever the first one does, the master, the slave will do identically the same thing.
Nice.
And it'll look like you're actually running a good program show when you're not. But I won't tell.
We won't share the behind the curtain. What kind of a price now are we looking?
That's one thing you want to keep it close to you and your crew is, we're not running a light show. It's just auto sound.
Auto sound, yeah. What are the price points on this one?
This one is approximately about $250.
Okay.
Let me just double check. About $240, $230, and it should give you enough room, a little bit extra for that 500 mark. Given your O clamps and your DMX cables, but I think this is definitely under the $500 mark if you buy 2. Again, these are amazing products on their own, but when you multiply them by 2, and they're less than $500, that's a real bargain.
That is an awesome deal. You can add a lot of excitement without a lot of money. That's what we're after.
There you go.
We've hit 4. The final.
So that is number 4, the Stinger 2. By the way, we do have the Stinger 1, or the original Stinger, and the difference between that one and this one is that the strobes on the front, the regular Stinger is a white strobes, and the Stinger 2 has UV strobes. So that's the difference. There's also a difference in the colors available in the Moonflower effect. This one has more available colors versus the Stinger one has, I believe, 5 colors instead of 6.
Okay. Very nice.
All right, so the next one is one of my favorites, the Revo 4 IR. And the reason why I say one of my favorites is because I fell in love with this light way long time ago, before I started ADJ. Actually, there's one of my first lights that I bought that were LED. The first light I ever owned was an Avenger, and that was a big, humongous, hot fixture. And when I jumped into finally LED, my first light was a Revo 3. I love that one so much, I bought the Revo 4. And this one right here is an exact same thing as the Revo 4, except one thing. It has the IR capability. And what that essentially means is that you can control it with an IR or infrared remote instead of using the UC3 remote that it came with. And the Revo 4 is special in 2 ways, in that it projects to, if you really be inside, the picture is this skating rink in Tennessee where they installed about 40 of these guys.
Oh my!
And they were ArtNet, and the Revo 4s were pointing straight down to the skating rink floor itself, and they would do some crazy chases and patterns and colors. You really got to see this video in order to believe it, but it was quite an amazing feat. So
yeah, I got to check that out. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, the Revo 4, as you can see behind me, I'm going to project it on the wall, has some really cool effects as it is. Again, you could run it in sound active, you could run it master slave, and DMX as well. But for me, if I wanted to have like a cool DJ backdrop, I have my DJ table and I wanted something to kind of project behind me. The Revo 4 IR is a fixture for me because it does some really cool effects. Obviously, it's not doing it right now, but I'm sure if I change the show mode, which I'm going to do right now, it should be pretty cool. There we go. Let's do this one. There we go.
I was going to say there's some really cool shows in that, because the 3, and I know this is going to be bad, and you can't tell anybody in the customer service area, but I took 2 of those and linked them together, and in the winter I would shine those on the side of my house up here in Minnesota, and from a distance it's an incredible look as the 2 are linked and doing their things. But yeah, it's not good.
So you were actually ahead of the curve. I noticed that this year or last year for Christmas there was all these companies that would sell these laser machines.
Yes,
and they were kind of a shortcut way to decorate your house in Christmas time. You were already ahead of the game.
I've had a few lights like that, and thankfully I've not burned up any of them, but I take them out about in the winter time up here in Minnesota about 4 in the afternoon when it starts to get dark, and they come in about 8 o'clock at night, and they're cold, they're a little frosty, but those patterns right there, those look so cool when you've got those going across at about 12 feet high across the office building here or the house.
Awesome. If I had a house, I would probably decorate it the same way.
Except
so it doesn't really work.
And you're in a warmer climate, so you wouldn't have to worry about frost and ice.
Oh no, yeah, I wouldn't have to worry about it much. Maybe some rain, a light rain.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Jose, we got a question about. We're going to bounce back to the Stinger for a second. The Stinger does the Stinger 2 and the Stinger 1. Can you connect those in a master slave?
I'm sure you can. We haven't actually tried it. Some of the shows may be slightly different, but I don't see why not.
I think because of the color, if I remember correctly, talking to Edgar, I think it was Edgar I was talking to, that because of the colors, that I think there are a couple of things that won't work the same. But some of the functionality, I believe, with turning on the outer ring and turning the lasers on, I think that works well.
Yeah, there may be some differences in the channel assignments, also in the DMX traits. So they may not pair up with the colors inside the Moonflower, particularly the Moonflower, because they're 2 different LED clusters. than the Stinger 2 versus the Stinger 1. So that may be different as well. But the UV strobe and the laser may be identical.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Our final question on this particular fixture, the Revo 4 IR. Where are we at going to be price wise? Are we going to be able to fit two of those under our $500 ceiling?
I don't know. I mean, I would personally pay $300 for this guy right here.
And
but you could have to do that. You would actually pay maybe around the neighborhood of $250. So that would get us right at $500.
Right at $500. And will they throw in the ADJ sticker with that?
I believe they would, and a manual. So you get more bang for your buck.
That's right.
It was $250 with a manual, a plastic bag, and some styrofoam.
Yes, for a limited time only. They will also tape the box shut if you act.
No. Right now, you got to do this right now because all our tape is gone. Batches that are coming out with tape, you can get.
You can get one of those and be the first one at tape. If you guys have any other questions for us before we wrap up, please, Facebook, pop those in there. We've had about somewhere between 70 and 100 people watching us. Thank you guys for watching, by the way. This is a kind of a cool thing here to be able to bounce out to Facebook Live and give you guys a little information in the middle of the afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, any of these products, you could find out more information about them at our website at adj.com. We've got tons of pictures, tons of videos, a lot of examples. And if your budget happens to be, let's say, $1,000, $5,000, $50,000, we got plenty of lights for that as well. So all budgets are welcome. Yeah, exactly. There's as you mentioned earlier with the was it the XS? I believe was you were saying. Yeah. There's different steps in that. You've got your 2, you've got your 400 and the 600. So there's just a lot of different options, a lot of different fixtures to be able to create what you want to create with your light show these days. Absolutely. And I'm glad that you chose this particular topic because it kind of narrows down the choices a little bit. Not every fixture is going to be priced under $250. So this is a really nice area to be at, especially for DJs who are just getting into the game. You want to be able to pick a light that can give you more than just on and off. For instance, like the Stinger 2. That's perfect for beginner DJs. Yeah, yep, definitely some great stuff there. Great stuff. Well, Jose, I'm going to let you get back to it here today. I appreciate your time this afternoon and showing us some great options for those of us who want to add a little zing to our light show. A little zing, a little zip, and a lot of fun. Yep, Thank you very much for watching. All right. For those of you wondering, the link for ADJ is in the description. You guys can pop out there and check that out. Yeah, it's actually, we're on Facebook. It's above us. Yeah, okay. It's about YouTube. It would be down below us for the Facebook, but we'll put the links for the lights and such in those descriptions in here in just a little bit. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching, and we'll catch you tonight at 8 o'clock Central for the Tuesday Night Music Show with Brian Red. Thanks for watching.